Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I have another special video for you guys. This is my third platinum trophy of the year of 2020, and it's a very special game that I've been looking forward to for quite a while. And if you know, seen the title of the video, you should know already. It's Sakura Wars. So today's video is going to be kind of my review of Sakura Wars, my overall platinum review of the game. And for those of you that don't know, I did get kind of interested with this with the announcement of the anime. And for those of you wanting to know, the general gist of this game is the origin stories and of basically the new Sakura Wars characters. Once again, this is prior to the anime, so the anime takes place after this, and this sets up everyone's backstory and all their connections, why are they so close and everything. And overall, that kind of goes into my first main point of the game. I'm going to separate it into two parts. And before we get into that, into the two parts, which is story and gameplay, I do want to note, regardless of how much hate you may think I give this game, I do love it, and I do encourage Sega to, continue with the series because this is the series basically they're coming out again since this original Soccer Wars hasn't appeared for quite some time or if ever localized in EN regions. But for the most part, this takes place after the original Sakura Wars, and you'll see some storylines within it. I'm not going to get into too many spoilery details, but once again, we're going to go into the story right now. So overall, it is very, very predictable. You can definitely see all the anime tropes in there, and by the time a lot of the plot twists came by, I've guessed every single one 100% accurate before they happen. And some people might think that's a bad thing. I just think it's classical storytelling, and no, there's nothing wrong with that in my opinion. It doesn't innovate, nor does it do anything, in my opinion, bad. It just on the books good, and I don't consider that as anything bad. I think it's standard storytelling done well, and you can't honestly ask for more than that, other than something that blows your socks away. And I was never gonna see that in Sakura Wars. I knew for myself. For those of you that don't know, Sakura Wars also has a bunch of returning artists, some amazing artists that do have done work. Of course, the most notable Tite Kubo, the author of Bleach. He does all the main characters. You also get some amazing artists that do the sub characters, such as Bun Bun from Sword Art Online. There's an array of great artists that have done works on this piece to make everything feel so great. It's such a great world too to be in, like a steampunk Japan. It's all amazing, the atmosphere that brings you in. It's just all around great. And I'm not gonna really kind of show it off because this is kind of just my review video, just a quick dirty video for you guys. So we move on to probably the most controversial part of this video, which is the gameplay. And I want you guys to know it is no longer a tactics-based game, like a turn-based game. It is evolved into a hack and slash portion now. And I'll be the first one to tell you, I love hack and slashes. I'm a Muso fan. I will jog through and slog through all of those grinding missions, just hacking and doing the same thing over and over and over again. I'll be the first one to come up and defend that stuff. The problem really comes down to the whole combat system itself. If you can't get something right, doing it over and over again will just make the experience bad. And it kind of breaks down into three different parts, which is the lock-on mechanics and the platforming in this game. The lock-on mechanics are really wonky. They also added a lock-on feature post-game, so they added that on after, and it works to an extent. It's good for when you want to deal with mini bosses and bosses, but after that, because there's so many enemies on screen, it prioritizes some of the weirdest enemy positions. Especially if you swing the camera, it swings it to someone maybe somewhere off far away, and you typically in games it doesn't do that. Basically, you can where you're directionally pointing on your controller, it will go to that direction. It doesn't do that. It points to wherever your character is positioned. So if they're not repositioned to look at a certain direction, they go in a completely opposite direction. It doesn't move with your camera, which it should be doing. So it locks onto multiple retarded targets for no reason, and you can't fully control your character. There's also a problem with the geometry in the game, where when you collide with certain things or you try to get around certain objects, you just cannot do it because the game's hitboxes and geometry boxes just collide and just won't let you go through sometimes. And it's really really annoying. The other biggest part about combat is the platforming. In the missions, there are certain platforming parts that are very, very awkward. Because your character can have a double jump, you would think that'd be really work well for platforming. Problem is, when you're platforming from one platformer to another, jump distance isn't based off of your double jump. It's based off of where you jump from for some reason. So meaning a standard jump won't jump make you go as far as a jump where it says, hey, this is where you jump from the next platform to the platform. And if the problem is the game doesn't realize you're in that jump zone in order to make the other jump, you just fall off the map with your double jump. And the game would just double jump automatically for no reason. There's no rhyme or reason to why it does all this, and it's really weird. You just have to be patient enough for the game to wait for the game to say, hey, you're in a jump zone. You can jump to the next platform now. And it's really weird because there's a lot of moving components sometimes. Sometimes when you hit a jump zone, it doesn't work properly and you just fall off the map. I mean, the good thing is, if you jump off the map, there's no repercussions. You don't take any moral hits, you don't take damage hits, you don't take combo hits. The only thing you take is a hit to your time, which is, your character to just fall off the map, come back, and it's like, oh, and just stand up. It is annoying, and there is a trophy based off of that, but the jumping mechanic should have been worked on a bit more than positionally wise. Overall, it's a hack and slash. What can I say other than that? You determine how good of a gameplay it is from that itself. So overall, I do enjoy the game. I do want to say, hey, Sega, please don't be put off by the numbers. Definitely put out more of these games because this is something people want to see or should see because it gives us a little bit more variety. Because the only game I've ever played that replicates something like this is AU Senki for the PS3, and we're never gonna get the next game for that for very obvious reasons. But I do want to let Sega know, definitely, definitely, definitely keep putting out games like Sakura Wars like this, and they should definitely be rewarded. Even though the story is kind of mundane and the combat isn't that great. I just want to see a little bit more diversity around, because I fear that this game will not do well. And I can honestly tell you to you guys, I don't honestly recommend you guys get this unless you're into those kind of things like the visual novel, romance thing with the side of gameplay here or there. But once again, those are my opinions, guys. Just you wait. We're coming out with a platinum guide as well too. Peace.